No, I'm just asking because I have not had breakfast.
Oh, I've eaten something, but that was like 4 hours ago, so I
Okay,
could
yeah.
eat again.
You ate 4 hours ago? Oh, I guess it was. Yeah, I guess it's 11 o'clock already.
Yeah.
God, jeez. All right, well,
So I
I was
could
just
eat
thinking
again.
about that breakfast burrito that JDZ scarfed in his mouth yesterday. It looked really good,
Yeah, let's do that.
and
Let's
he
do
ate that like there was more burritos on deck.
You know there were. I mean, have you seen that, man?
He he ate that burrito like it wasn't the last one. Like
Yeah.
there was more incoming.
Yeah, this is a man who like regularly eats MREs. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
JD, we miss you. I don't know if you're tuning in. I'm sure you're probably catching some Z's right now because you are in the West Coast. But best of luck on your set champs today, and thank you again for being one of the most amazing people to work with yesterday. You were just an absolute pleasure, and I'm sure you need no introduction. But if you guys are not following JDZ Quest everywhere, like what are you even doing?
Yeah.
He's absolutely electric and a great person to
Oh
work
my
with.
gosh, yes, JDZ quests on all the things. You gotta watch. He loves playing. He loves playing on online and doing Pixelborn Connect and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
So
and he's always playing new brews, and he blends in with that casual to competitive like very
Yeah.
well. He's able to jam those casual games, but lock in and talk competitive when the stream counts, and just the perfect blend. So
yeah.
I don't know if you'll see this or not, but yeah, shout out to JD.
And I got to call out here Cypresso with a. I don't know if this is a joke or not. I do.
They call her Mai Tai.
I love it. All her anybody who loves Mai, any fans of Mai are called Mai Tais now. That's it.
Her fans are called Mai Tai.
So I am now a Mai Tai. Sign me up. I'm in.
That is hilarious. Thank you, Georgie. What's going on? What's going on? All right, so we are getting started here. Fernando going to be playing Amethyst Steel here, and Kylie running the boogeyman right now of Emerald Steel.
Is it though? I mean, we saw so many of it and it didn't convert that hot.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's boogeyman isn't dominating the format, but it's definitely something a lot of people are looking at right now.
Yeah.
Right, definitely a lot of people playing it, and the deck I think you'd see probably most on stream if you were just to grab random people in the room. It's probably the one you'd probably end up picking up the most.
Yeah, fair enough.
So Kylie, but Kylie's been playing this deck forever. In the last event, Kylie was even playing one copy of Bucky, just as a memory
for the memes,
just
bro.
as a memory. So yeah, Kylie definitely very experienced on this list. As Fernando gets us started with a Sticky Mickey.
Oh, and, we love
it. We did see that guy yesterday. Thankfully, we don't have Cogsworth to worry about this time around. But yesterday, those Mickeys were impossible to kill. They had 3 resist at one point. It was like it was actually ridiculous.
Zeus barely did the job.
Yeah, it was actually crazy. So we show over. We got lots of 4-drops incoming, but a lot of uninkables, right? So unless we draw ink here, we're gonna have to ink that Pete.
So Fernando's in a really weird spot. Fernando's in a spot now where things that he draws that might be powerful might unfortunately need to be
I think he got
fuel
a Fox,
for it.
if I'm not mistaken.
And that stinks. Like what happens when you get into that position when you're choked out. And your opponent knows this normally if you didn't play Ursula. The way you know this is your opponent is usually inking things on the turn that they would be playing those things.
Yeah, it's tough too because Pete's such a powerful card here. It just, it's going to be unfortunate that he may have to ink it here. Fernando trying to figure out if he wants to maybe, okay, so he's going to quest in first. And for those asking in chat how many rounds, I'm actually not sure how many rounds.
Fantastic question.
That's a great round. That's a great question. I don't know what the final count was. I know that the 1K was a little smaller than the 5K. And I know after this round, we will most likely be cutting over to the 5K.
Yes.
And just kind of let the 1K play out and then get us over to the 5K. However, I don't know how many rounds. So it's a great question. I'm so sorry for not having that available right away for you.
Yeah, and for those, you just mentioned it, I believe, right? So for those of you that are watching this now, we're not going to be continuing this. So I want to be clear on that. Like this, there's 2 events happening at the same time.
In an hour we have the 5K starting, and stakes are a little higher there, so we'll be cutting over there just to make sure we catch those games here. But not to say anything bad about the 1K. I mean, these kid players are also competing, and there's a lot of great decks in both events. So
and thank you, Georgie, for good looking out in the chat.
5 rounds, Georgie. Yeah, Georgie's out on the floor right now. So 5 rounds, cut to top 8 for the 1K. So not too long of a day for us today. I hope we'll see.
Yeah, Georgie's out there. He's the man. He's the man on the ground. We appreciate you.
The eye in the sky.
Eye in the sky. For sure.
That's next level for the fake. Oh, is there a fake? What happened here?
Yeah, for real. Oh, there we got a melee
link.
We love to see it.
Boom! Thank you so much,
and
Trev.
On the table,
sorry, Trev. It's a little hard for us to do it here from the booth.
While we're here distracted, the pirate in the sky flies on in.
Yeah,
that is
from the top rope.
Yeah, that is difficult. Yeah, okay. We went ahead and we knocked out whatever that was. I can see it because of the glare.
And this is a big reason why people are choosing to play green steel, right? Especially South Florida. We love ourselves an amber steel. We love ourselves a purple steel. And purple steel is just everywhere right now. And if you have the opportunity to play
It was a fox. It
Ursula,
was a fox.
Pete, and Big Pete, those three cards in combination are just incredibly good against steel. So I think a lot of decks just looking to attack. It might be time for red to come back because I feel like so many decks looking to attack steel right now.
Yeah,
Might be an opportune time for red deck to rise to the top. We know Ray yesterday did very well.
he
Ended up
did.
first seed with red purple. Unfortunately, he didn't convert in the top 8. He did lose to green steel. So
Yeah,
green steel just continues to be pretty powerful.
and interestingly, the top 8 Ruby Amethyst deck that Ray from by the way, he's an SSG sponsored player. Shout out to Raymond, also the artist for the mats that you got to see yesterday too. So
For sure.
huge shout out to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was playing the more traditional version of Ruby Amethyst. He wasn't really rocking the half shark situation of the evasive.
He likes the old school version,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah.
Did great.
I think they both cater to different things. So
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But as we see here, right now, both players kind of fighting for board state. If I had to say who's winning that fight right now, it's hard because how many bodies do you count
I
as Space
mean,
Pirate?
I'd say Fernando. I mean, Fernando has 2 evasives in play, so
Fair, yeah.
this Pete, although he is good,
Oh, we got it. It's a good boy. Good boy's out.
we got Pluto here, but we can't race this.
No,
Like we're gonna have to sing here, deal 2
Yeah.
damage, but that's not gonna stop this genie.
no.
Yeah, a bunch of very beautiful shiny cards in Kylie's hand, but not sure if any of these are gonna really do the job to help us here.
Yeah.
But we will protect the space pirate, but I don't think Fernando's attacking anyway. Right? Fernando's going, he's taking it to the house right here. He's going 25 yards, 5 lore on the board.
Yeah, you and your football analogies, we love it.
You know who started me on that? Milton. There's somebody here local, Milton, for those of you who don't know. And he always says 50-yard line, and I started thinking about that. Like 5 lore
Yeah,
is 25 yards. That's a quarter of the way. So
100%. That's a great way to look at it. I think if you're thinking in terms of the strategy and how important the board state is and where you are in terms of priority,
for sure.
yeah, I think that I do think it's funny, but also very impactful.
Yeah.
And Milton, wherever you may be, shout out to you.
And if you don't watch sports, then just ignore what I said.
That too.
3 genies, guys.
Yo, this board state is insane.
3 genies, guys. That's a lot of toughness. That's a lot of lore.
No,
These are all evasive.
I don't know.
Kylie chose another morph.
Are we cooked? Chat, are we
I'm
cooked?
pretty sure we are cooked.
Chat, are we cooked? Let me know in the chat. Are we cooked right now? Is Kylie cooked?
I think this is chalked for Kylie. I mean, it's going to be really hard for him to come back here. We have no songs in hand, no way to deal with these genies. Kylie's
who wins, 1 genie or 100 Kylies?
100 Kylies or 1 genie?
Yeah, who wins?
I think it's definitely the genie. Genie can do whatever the hell he wants. So yeah, I think that's not a fair analogy.
No,
I don't think 300 Kylies could beat a genie. So
that's fair. Yeah, that's true. Well, but here's the good news, folks. Kylie's gonna get a chance to try this all over again. Now Kylie's gonna have to win 2 back to back if he wants to take this. And so Kylie's fighting for his life a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's not undoable. Like I said, these green steel decks do play really nicely into other steel decks, but Fernando, everybody used the amethyst side of his deck to just really get ahead with the genies and the card draw, and Fernando just able to close the game out a little quickly. So Kylie not able to get all the pieces together and not able to get the removal he was looking for.
Yeah, and Fernando, for those of you, if just to give some color, Fernando is a local. He actually is a frequent SSG. Like you'll see him at locals, and if you ever tune into like the weekday streams of our locals, you'll see him every so often. He is just a part of the family here and shows up, and so it's good to see the ability to put these kind of people on stream, let them get a chance to experience that where they might not be quote unquote professional, or to like the levels of some of the players that we may have seen yesterday or that you will see later on this afternoon. But still, like the practice matters, because you could go to a DLC and you might go on a stream table, or you could go to you might make it to nationals. You're fortunate enough to do that, in a future nationals or something.
For sure.
And then being on stream, it's its own skill set. Like an understanding how to be under the cameras, like dealing with the pressure. You've got literally. I mean, look at the stream right now. Literally. There are 5 cameras on that. There's the camera staring at the table. There's one staring at each of your faces, one staring at each of your hands. And that's the same situation if you were to go to like an OP event.
Mm-hmm.
And so to practice that is hard to duplicate that. But we do that here because that's how much we want our people, our locals like Fernando, our teams like Kylie, our members of the team, to be successful.
For sure. Gabe, can you do me a favor? Can you get off the
No.
Netflix because the stream's lagging a little bit, dude? Do you think you can get off the Wi-Fi?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was watching. What's that show on Netflix that's happening right now?
What's that show on
What's
Netflix?
that show on Netflix?
I don't know.
I was watching some Black Mirror.
You're
I was
watching Black Mirror?
Yeah.
All right, well,
Sorry.
can you hop off the Wi-Fi?
All right. My apologies.
Sorry for the stream, guys. I'm not sure if we're having a little lag spike here.
Yeah,
What's going on?
I'm playing. You can't see. I'm playing Roblox over here on the side. My bad.
Are there any Merlin mats left over? Unfortunately, not. We only print enough, pretty much to give away. We don't make any extra to sell or anything like that. So we apologize. You gotta come out to one of these events and get yourself a mat. They're definitely amazing mats. You could also always hit up Matified. Amazing collaborator with us and helps us print all these amazing mats. And although it may not be the Cusco or the Merlin mat, unfortunately, but if you have a mat in mind and you want to get it printed, he's amazing for that.
Yeah, and if there ever is a spare mat of any kind, I strongly encourage you follow SSG. So follow this feed right now wherever you're following them.
Mm-hmm.
They do a podcast on Wednesdays, and it is not outside of reason that if there were extras that they might.
Yeah, we could start suggesting that. Maybe print a couple extra to give away.
Yeah, do like giveaways on the podcast and things like that.
That'd be a lot of fun. So yeah, maybe something we can consider. But as of right now, I apologize. We are out of mats. So.
Yeah.
All right. So a little fuzzy here. Let me see if I can get a hold of Stefan and let him know
the third tab.
Yeah, let me let him just so he knows what's going on. Maybe he can make an adjustment.
Absolutely. See if we can maybe lower the FPS a little bit and let it catch back up.
Okay, so Matified did a giveaway on his mat for X. Okay, so there you go. So Matified, definitely follow Matified on X, and apparently they did do a giveaway for the mat there. So, and I'm sure this won't be the last time. So definitely follow SSG, follow Matified, and we hope to get you a mat in the future.
Yeah. And I'm curious. Let us know in the chat if the stream is lagging for you. I'm just curious if it's just us or if this is.
No, I'm pretty sure it's for everybody. Yeah,
okay.
It's going to be for everybody. So
all right.
We're working on it, guys. Sorry, it's weird. Sometimes the stream runs absolutely perfect, and sometimes it just randomly does this. So we're not sure whether it's latency issues or what.
It's laggy. Okay, yeah,
okay.
We'll get it solved.
We're working on it, guys. Sorry about that. I'm sure you can still kind of see what's going on there, but we will do our best to get it all fixed up as soon as possible. But in the meantime, we can see Fernando already off to work here, building up a bunch of cards on board. Takes out that Ursula, which is really gonna put a damper in Kylie's plan here. But Kylie does get to draw 2 cards off the beast.
He does, and one of those cards, of course, I saw was a sudden chill, which is just it feels bad when you see that Ursula go away, that Deceiver of All just disappear, get banished, and you're like, well, I had this sudden chill, I was going to double sang, and it's like, oh goodness gracious, yeah, it's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, and Stefan's already let me know he's checking on the stream right now to see if we can make some adjustments to the settings. It's just so strange. Sometimes it just looks perfect, and then sometimes it just randomly craps out. Not sure. The life of having Wi-Fi, right? It's just the Wi-Fi. We're stuck with the limitations of what we can make happen here. So we apologize. All right, one match has already been reported for the second round.
Yeah. I think there's an aggro deck out there. No, honestly,
there must be.
Yeah, I think there's a hyper aggro deck.
There must be because if the round's already over, that's pretty fast.
That's wild.
Either that or somebody just conceded and said, "All right, I'm going to go play the 5K."
Yeah, they saw the fourth Diablo come down. They're like, "Bro, you got this. I'm good.
Like, all right, I'm going to play the 5K.
You're good, bro."
All right, so Fernando going wide here. So it's tough right now because Kylie doesn't play Grab Your Swords or any way to really address all these characters at once. We do have Ursula, which can double sing, but it's gonna take a little bit extra here.
Yeah, and we do that, and we see the double sing targeting the same character, so effectively a 2-for-1 here. Now Kylie does get to draw 2 cards. Hopefully we can solve the puzzle. But here's the thing: that Ursula Deceiver of All is now prime suspect number 1 in the great hunt for the Sea Witch.
Oh yeah.
So that thing is not long for this world. If the Sea Witch if the Sea Witch survives this thing, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no, she's definitely not sticking around.
No.
That's definitely a card that will be removed from the board in just a little bit here. But Kylie just trying to figure out what he wants to do here with the rest of his turn.
Yeah.
He's got a lot to think about here. Fernando, flooding the board as we mentioned, and although we did just draw 2 cards, we need to start addressing more of this board here.
We do. We do. I mean, it's these are nice to
Mm.
haves. They'll let you draw more.
The 3 enchanteds in play. I mean, at least if you lose with style, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's like,
Kylie,
well, I had 3 enchantments on the table. So, I mean, I lost the game,
Ky-
but
Kylie always blinged out. Everybody at SSG, they
yeah,
love themselves
right.
some enchanteds. If you guys watched Devin's game yesterday, he did play with Elsa enchanted in the deck like a psychopath.
Oh god,
So
Devin's a
yeah, they love
madman.
themselves some max rarity decks for
Yeah,
sure.
and let me tell you, chat. They do it for you because they know you all are like, whoa, what is this? So
Yeah,
like, it's 100% for the stream when they do this stuff because it's like, bro, they're gonna go crazy when they see all these things.
for sure. And Fernando getting in there for 4 more lore, pretty much putting the ball in Kylie's court to stop him from winning the game here. We see another rose, a rabbit, a goat, and a fox in hand. So a lot of ways to just play things, bounce things, draw cards, just a little bit of everything in Fernando's hand. So he's going to go ahead and bounce. Okay, I would think you'd bounce the rabbit, but he's going to take back the Dial. Okay, because he needs the
Yeah,
ink.
he needs the
Okay,
ink. That's what
okay,
it
I
is.
like that play. So we're going to go ahead and just get an extra lore here and then use the fox to clean up the Ursula. Fox will take 2 damage and we'll pass it back. So 2 Diablos in play, which is great news, but unfortunately Fernando at 9 and he's not stopping anytime soon.
No, absolutely not. Fernando is not a guy who will just will just let loose. He's not going to be nice to Kylie, okay? Because Kylie, if the shoe was on the other foot, Kylie would be putting that same shoe right on your throat. So I don't blame Fernando. Fernando's like, no, no, no. I got to win this thing. I'm going to go forward. We got to crank the gas on this thing.
And Chard and Chad making a great point. And Mono Amethyst looking
Yeah,
real spicy right now.
yeah, we do love Mono Amethyst.
Yeah, the Amethyst cards are pretty good, turns out. Oh my goodness, the stream is doing the thing again.
That's all right. It's all right. We'll figure it out.
We're going back in time here. But you remember when you used to, I mean, maybe some people in chat were too young, but when you used to load a picture on the internet and it would just load like a piece and then a piece, and then a piece,
Okay,
and then a
boomer.
piece,
Okay, boomer.
and then a piece.
Okay,
And
boomer.
then finally the image would load. No, you don't remember? All right.
No, this is
Just me.
back. Yeah, I like that to you is old, but for some people, old is like you had to shake the photo to get the image to show up on the screen on the paper.
You know, all the modern Polaroids don't require that. People just do it because they're used to it.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's wild.
All right. Well, enjoy. Thanks for that information. All right, so we're gonna play a Pete here, which will stop songs on Fernando's end, but not too sure that Fernando's worried about songs at the
No,
moment.
no, I don't think Fernando cares.
Yeah.
It's like that's cute. That's fine. I guess I'll think about that.
We're gonna we're watching a slideshow right now here, but I think Kylie stormed the. Yep, they started the snake.
Yeah,
Drew a card. What's going on here? We just drew a bunch. Oh, we drew off of Diablos.
we're drawing. Yeah, we're doing the thing that the Diablo does. The reason why we hate Diablo, it's happening.
Yeah, Diablo just drew a lot, which is great for Kylie, but Fernando does have a couple cards in hand. He has Rabbit in hand, which would be able to draw. I mean, I feel like earlier we might have wanted to bounce the Rabbit with the Fox. I know he wanted to get in that extra ink,
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
took away something from the board, so you pulled the lore off the board to ink it
correct.
to then add a lore to the board essentially because Rose. I don't know. It was maybe the right play, but I liked the Rabbit play considering you're playing against discard.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the extra card would have benefited you a little more, but
yeah, like how high value really was it to trade a 0-for-1 character for a 3/3? Like how is that really the most effective thing you can do in that
I mean, it's a
turn?
3/3 body and it's in play right now, questing. I mean, so it's definitely good, but
Yeah,
yeah, just something to think about. Maybe the extra card would have done a little something more, but maybe not. Maybe I'm totally wrong, and maybe we'll never know.
yeah.
So
No, I'm pretty. You're probably wrong. That's
I'm
like
probably wrong because that's usually how it works.
yeah. Again, we're married, so we understand.
So
Not to each other, but we are married.
That's like what I said passing away. Yeah, you gotta make sure you clarify the sentence. We are not married to each other. No, we are married to other people.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
So we got Space Pirate
So
on the table.
Pete coming down, and yeah, he's he's big, but we're at 14 here, and there's a lot of stuff to worry about. We have Goat in the table,
Yeah,
which guarantees you another lore no matter what. This Calhoun is going to snap back if you do decide to try to attack into the board. So yeah, this is tough.
yeah,
56K upload.
yeah. Yeah, we go.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, somebody picked up the phone here. Is what happened.
After this round, it looks like it's clearing up. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I think Listen, okay.
It's weird, guys.
Landline services.
Sometimes people are doing like whatnot streams in here and stuff, and that does take up some latency, but there's no whatnot going on today. So who knows what's happening with the internet. But I think we're finally getting to a better place here. It looks a lot better.
Yeah.
All right. Mind you guys, we have like 100 cameras set up, 100 things set up. And if you saw this place, it's just pure cables.
So you got to crawl through cables to get to this back
It's just
room.
cables everywhere. So yeah, so sometimes these things do happen. Technology. Just complain, that fixes it. Yeah, it's usually hard. Either punch it or complain about it, and usually that works.
I call it, when we punch the computer, it's called a technical tap when you do that.
I used to punch the Nintendo cartridges. I didn't punch them, but like I would slam them into the thing. Like I felt like that would better connect it. Well, like when my games didn't work, I'd blow into them and then I'd like punch the cartridge into it.
Have you told your psychiatrist about this?
Not yet.
You might want to do that.
Maybe something I want to bring up.
Yeah, maybe let them know that you do that. Because why am I sitting next to you? Holy moly!
Oh my goodness! Always a good time here. So we're gonna pass it back over to Kylie, but we are at 18, and Kylie, I think we're cooked here. I think it's the end. Percussive maintenance. Thanks, Trev. See, Trev understands.
Yeah, at least somebody gets you.
He understands. He knows. All right, Fernando. Just waiting for the bump, and there's the fist bump.
We gotta call it.
Kylie, unfortunately, gets cooked. He's just throwing like a bunch of one-drop Diablos.
Yeah.
And that's the way this happens sometimes. Sometimes you get towards the end of the game and you just start top-decking these terrible one-drops, and none of these cards are going to bail you out.
And here's the thing. Like you say, top-decking, just things that can't bail you out. Kylie had 3 opportunities every turn to draw extra cards. Kylie was drawing 3 a turn for the last like 3 or 4 turns. So he couldn't top deck. Like it wasn't in his deck. Like you'd have to start arguing at that point that was the answers even there.
And it just felt like Kylie just couldn't get ahead. It felt like both games he was on the back foot, right? He was just trying to stay alive. Fernando was just very much in the driver's seat, aggressing, and Kylie was just not able to stop him from enacting his game plan there. So Fernando will take a 2-0 here, and no bounty mats on the line today. So unfortunately, look at Kylie. Okay, I was gonna say, damn, we're gonna get the awkward.
Yeah, the awkward.
I thought we were gonna get the awkward